Let's crack open a collector booster box of Tarkir Dragonstorm. This set looks really cool. I would love to get one of the Dragon Scale fetch lands, obviously serialized Mox Jasper, some Halo foils maybe. There's a lot of cool stuff inside this set, and I'm just really excited to see what these packs look like. Let's get them all out of the box, and let's jump straight on into this. I want to know what card you are most excited for about this set, and also, are you Abzan, Teamer, Mardu? Who are you going with? What's your team? We start off with a special guest foil Ruinous Ultimatum. Okay, so they're front-loaded. Good to know. Very sweet. The arts in the ultimatums are gorgeous. Avenger of the Fallen. Baron Step Siege. Beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. That's pretty good. Transcendent Dragon. Nature's Rhythm. That's pretty sweet. It's very similar to like a Green Sun Zenith, but you can also essentially flash it back. You got the cool Swamp. Disruptive Stormbrood. Great art. Armament Dragon. Twin Moss Stormbrood. Defibrillating Current. Frontier Bivouac. Reputable Merchant. Champion of Deucin. Aggressive Negotiations. And a Wingspan Stride. Alright, not a bad start. That Ruinous Ultimatum is pretty sweet. And Avenger of the Fallen seems like a pretty good card in the right deck. I'm excited to try it inside of my Balthor the Defiled deck. That deck's all about Living End. Or Living Death, I should say. Just filling up the graveyard and then reanimating everything all at once. Boom. Ooh, the Sib Sig Ceremony. This card is so wonky. Such an interesting build around. I want to see what people do with this. Then we have Kishla Village. This land enters tapped unless you control an island or a swamp. And it taps for green. Or you can use it to surveil. Naga Flesh Crafter. Copy of any creature on the battlefield, and you can renew it. Pretty sweet. Nice clone effect. Tip the Scales. Good sack outlet to kind of wipe the board. That seems powerful. Then we have Sidisi, the Graveyard Birthing Pod. I'm really excited about Sidisi. This seems like such a cool card. There's a lot of decks that want this effect, including my Muldrotha deck. We got a Forest, not the Dragon Eye one, unfortunately. Durgar Island Dragon. Boulderborn Dragon. Knockout Maneuver. Constrictor Sage. 100 Battle Veteran. Molten Exhale. Snakeskin Veil, Poised Practitioner, and a Scoured Barrens. Alright. Nothing too crazy yet, so let's hope that we can pull like some... I really just want to see the Dragon Scale foiling in person, so I'm really hoping, specifically the Verdant Catacombs, I like that art a lot. Ooh, Magmatic Hellkite in the Draconic frame. When it enters, destroy target non-basic land opponent controls. Its controller searches for a basic, puts on the battlefield tap with a stun counter on it. It's a pretty cool card. I love me some land destruction. Ooh, we got another Mythic with Shiko, Paragon of the Way. 5 mana, 4/5 Flying Vigilance. When it enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less. Copy it, and you may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. That's pretty sweet. Seems like it'll be fun in Cube. Another Sidisi. Happy to see this. Aligned Heart. When you cast your second spell, you make a dude. Oh, for each rally counter on it. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Mysterized Village. Just tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. And the next spell you cast can't be countered. That's a pretty good upside on that. You have the plains here. I want to set aside the Dragon Eye ones. Sagu Wildling, Keru Goldkeeper, Dragon Claw Strike, That's pretty sweet. Bewildering Blizzard, Equilibrium Adept, Twin Bolt, Dragon's Prey, Ice Ridge Serpent, and a Coordinated Maneuver. Alright. We have an elephant token in the front of this pack. This is pack number 3? 4? Pack 4. With a Teamer Battle Crier. Alternate art foil. Ooh! Thunder of Unity. This is just really pretty art. It's cool. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Whenever a creature you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Not bad. Stadium Headliner. Cool sack outlet creature. Ooh, Shiko and Narset. Very cool. So we got Shiko, and then we got Shiko and Narset unified. Good card. This seems like a powerful card. Hollow Merc Siege. Sultai Abzan one. Whenever a counter is put in a creature, draw a card. It triggers only once each turn. And you can put a counter and give something menace when it's attacking. Yeah, Swamp. Then we have a Karakik Guardian. This is pretty sweet. Great inside draft. Sagu Wildling. Kiru Goldkeeper. And for 1 or more cards leave your graveyard during your turn, create a treasure. That's really powerful effect, actually. That's like a very powerful effect. Wow. I didn't notice that before. That card is very good. It seems awesome with Tefl. Speaking of Tefl, I would not mind pulling a Tefl. Either of them, honestly. This card's so good. Spirit token into a Voice of Victory alternate art foil. Let's go. This is going to see a ton of CEDH play. It's similar to Grand Abolisher. It doesn't stop abilities, but it's easier to cast, harder to kill, and it makes tokens, which is relevant in certain decks like Timna. It's relevant in Tayum. It's a pretty cool card. I'm excited to give this thing a whirl. Ooh, and we got a Mox Jasper Draconic art. Very cool. Very sweet. Along with a Herd Heirloom. Have 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only cast a creature spell. Until in turn, target creature you control power 4 or greater gains trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Pretty sweet. Voracious Bibliophile. With 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. This is going straight into my IV deck. This is really good. This is a cool card. I'm a fan of this one. Avenger of the Fallen. And a mountain. We have a Feral Deathgorger. Stormshrieker Feral. Quarry Mountain Stalwart. Roiling Dragonstorm, Whirl of War, Devoted Duelist, Piercing Exhale, Stormplane Detainment, and a Blossoming Sands. Alright. This is the last pack of the first half, so hopefully we get some banger in this pack, so we have a strong start. Spirit into a Tursa Light Shatter. Legendary creature. Enters the battlefield, discard 2 cards, and draw that many cards. When it attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard, and you play that card this turn. That's pretty cool. We also have another Magmatic Hellkite, this time the borderless version. An Eshki Dragonclaw. Pretty cool commander. Requires you to cast both creatures and non-creature spells in the same turn. Thundermane Dragon. Rediscover the Way. And an island. We have the Feral, the Shrinekeeper, Whirlwing Stormbrood, Sunpearl Kirin, Salt Road Skirmish, Rescue Leopard. Look at the cute kitty. Focus. Nothing too crazy in the commons there. Alright, second half of the box. Let's go. Can we pull bangers? Got a Reliquary Dragon token. Can we hit something hot? Revival of the Ancestors. Alternate art foil. This is very cool. The sagas in the borderless versions are so cool. Create 3 1/1 spirits. Distribute 3+1/+1 counters. Creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until end of turn. Dragonfire Blade. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from monocolored. Equip 4, its ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of that creature it targets. So this is better inside of a 5-color, 4-color Voltron deck. This is pretty good. Sage of the Skies. That's pretty sweet. This is a great card to be your second spell for a turn. It triggers all your other Jeskai Flurry stuff, and then also makes a token copy of itself. That's cool. It's got flying and lifelink. Within range, when its enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. Whenever you attack, each opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures attacking them. Another Sage of the Skies. And that one. Only one of the Dragon Eye lands so far, so I guess those are a pretty low hit rate. That's interesting. I didn't realize they would be that hard to find. Unfortunate. I need to get a bunch of these. They're cool. Alright, it's been a little bit since we had a Mythic, so I wouldn't mind Mythic in this pack. Maybe just a Serialized Mox Jasper, no big deal. A Glacier Wood Siege. Teamer Sultai. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, target player mills 4 cards, and you can play lands from your graveyard. I will be choosing Sultai. This is really cool. This is a Crucible of Worlds, but on an enchantment that's blue and green. So it's a little worse than Crucible in that manner, but it also has the upside of having the alternate ability. Inevitable Defeat. This is a pretty powerful card. Revival of the Ancestors again. Caldera Pyremaw. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, then it deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. Solid. Awaken the Honored Dead. Destroy target non-land permanent. Mill 3 cards. You may discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. This is really good. I like this one a lot. I'm going to be having to try that out in like my Muldrotha deck. Seems really good in Muldrotha because you can replay it from the graveyard to destroy things. It fills your graveyard and it lets you get certain things back from the graveyard. Love that. Armament Dragon, Twin Flame Stormbrood, Armament Dragon again, Strategic Betrayal, Nomads. Nothing too crazy in there. Alright. We haven't seen any Halo foils, and we haven't seen any of the Dragon Scale foils yet. So and we haven't seen any Ghostfire cards yet. So I'm really worried that we're just not going to see those. I feel like they must be super rare or something. Naga Fleshcrafter. We already opened the clone. Great Arashan City. Enters forest or plains to keep it untapped. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a 1/1 White Spear creature token. That's pretty solid. Mardu Siegebreaker. When it enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control until this leaves the battlefield. Whenever this creature attacks for each opponent, create a tapped and attacking copy of the exiled card. That's really powerful. I like this. You can get a lot of cool ETBs. Bone Devourer. Enters with a number of counters equal to the number of creatures that died this turn. And when it dies, you draw cards and lose life for X number of counters on it. Purination. 6 mana. We got a Mythic here. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof counter and an indestructible counter. That's pretty cool. The art is wild. That's pretty sweet, though. And we got a swamp. I don't know where I'm going to try Purination in. It being Abzan makes it a little harder to figure out what deck I want to put it in. I don't really have like an Abzan Reanimator deck. But it's still cool. It seems like it could also be a combo card by being able to give something indestructible. I don't know. Seems good though. Boom. Oh, we finally got one. We finally got a Ghostfire card, and it's Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. It's not the Halo foil, but still very cool. Look at that. That's still very cool. When it enters, you may behold a dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. Whenever a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it becomes a dragon in addition to its other types and gains flying. This is sweet. Let's go. We got our first Ghostfire card. along with a Clarion Conqueror. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. Really powerful hate bear. For a 3 mana 3/3 flyer, that's kind of crazy. Yathan Road Watcher. When it enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card of mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty powerful. If it was 3 mana, I'd put it in Time. Steward of the Harvest. When it enters, exile up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard. Creatures you control of all activated abilities of all land cards exiled with this creature. This is interesting. This seems like an easy combo piece. I don't know. Offhand. This is the first time I've seen this card. This is crazy. I'm a huge fan of this card. That's sweet. Ooh, we got Your Rennie, the Song Unending. It's got the pro white, pro black like Animar, flying, and it deals damage with the number of lanes you control, divided as you choose. It's pretty good. Ooh, we got a foil one of the Dragon Islands, being the Plains. A Riling Dawnbreaker, Disruptive Stormbrood, Host of the Hereafter. Oh, we have another Dragonstorm. I think that was probably the last Dragonstorm that we needed, actually. We only have 2 packs left. Let's see if we can pull a banger at the end of this box. A Halo foil, a scale foil, or a serialized would be exactly what I want. I just want to see one of those. Jeskai Revelation. We did get a mythic. 7 mana instant. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. It deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2 1/1s. Draw 2 cards and gain 4 life. This thing does everything. Quarry Mountain Monastery. Lets you exile cards to the top of your library to play them. Pretty decent. Windcrag Siege. Mardu Jeskai. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control trigger, it triggers again. That's crazy. This is going straight into Ishin. And Jeskai, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 with lifelink and haste. Oh, we got Tevel. Let's go. I want to build Tevel. Very happy to have a Tevel. Sweet card. This seems so much fun. I'm really excited to build Tevel. Magmatic Hellkite again. And we got the Mountain Island. Encroaching Dragonstorm. Durgar Island Dragon. And anything cool in here? Nothing crazy in the commons and the uncommons. Last pack. Can we get some last pack magic? I think because this is the last pack, I'm going to slow roll it. We're going to slow roll. Rugged Highlands. Lightfoot Technique. Sarkhan's Resolve. Gurmag Night Watch. Rally the Monastery. Gurmag Rakshasa. I thought they were getting rid of Rakshasas. Huh. Effortless Master. Feral Deathgorger. Sonic Shrieker. And the land is just a forest. Alright. We got Fellothar, Dawn of the Abzan. 3/3 trample, enters the battlefield or attacks. You may sacrifice a non-land permanent. When you do, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Oh. Yeah, this is... I gotta try this in my CDH Time deck. I talk about Time way too often. This seems very good in that deck. Wow. I'm gonna put this aside because this seems disgusting there. Very cool. Transcendent Dragon. Sirach, Elusive Hunter. Jeskai Revelation again. And the last card in the box. Windcrag Siege. Alright, so it looks to me like the Ghostfire cards are really hard to find. And so are the Halo foils. Wow. So hopefully the next box I open, I have a little better luck with those. But I don't think we did too bad. We got the special guest Ruinous Ultimatum. We got a bunch of mythics, including a Mox Jasper. We did get a foil Ghostfire Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. There's some good stuff in here. This is a sweet set, though. A lot of fun stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.